またいいのぶなだ。
Nothing beats caffeine on a lazy afternoon. Want some? Sometimes, stopping to take a break can help you go further.
Weak one.
All disturbances will fade away with the moonlight. The simple blue-green hue depicts the tranquility and elegance of time. Honest and humble, like a hermit, standing beyond the hustle and bustle.
What's the matter, manager? Is my present not to your liking?
Isn't this the rare flower Victoria Housekeeping's been looking for? Nineveh? Where did you get it from?
Before Vivian mentioned it, I had never heard of a flower that feeds upon the hollows for nutrients like an ethereal, nor a flower that looks like a symbiotic ethereal. However, it is something that a client of Victoria Housekeeping wanted, so it's not surprising it's rather unique. So I asked around. Let me guess. Did Lycon say something like, "This flower requires an extremely difficult and specific environment and is far from easy to cultivate. It is also extremely dangerous to try growing any plants in areas repeatedly ravaged by Hollow Zero"?
As expected of Hugo. Even the description you gave is almost word for word what Lycon said.
Well, that's because these are facts we both know of. I managed to find an elusive flora expert who likes these kinds of flowers and planted a few at home. A flower so rare and precious that most haven't even heard of it is to another person merely a small part of their hobby. It's quite normal for it to be that way, no? In any case, I came to inform you the moment I obtained the flower.
You're so kind, Hugo. But I think Lycon said...
That he didn't want a certain someone to put themselves in danger to get this flower. And it didn't matter if even he couldn't fulfill his client's wish. Allow me to assure you, in the process of obtaining Nineveh and gifting it to you, no person nor ethereal came to harm. In fact, no one even got close to Hollow Zero. Please, accept it, dear manager. Just take it as if a bird flew by with flowers in its beak and dropped it from the sky as a gift for you, Of course. Since it is a surprise gift, there should be no need to tell anyone where you obtained it.
Honest and humble, like a hermit, standing beyond the hustle and bustle.
Dear manager, you've given the Nineveh that I brought you to Lycon, correct?
I gave the flower arrangement with Nineveh to Lycon already, yeah. Is there a problem?
Of course not. That's the real deal, all right. Their client must be delighted. However, I'm guessing you don't know the details behind this banquet.
There's been too many coincidences lately. I can guess the gist of it at this point.
Then I'll fill you in on the details, shall I? As you've probably guessed, this time, Victoria Housekeeping's client has many controversial businesses. One involves a high-quality mine near Blazewood. They only just managed to estimate the value of that mine a few days ago. It's worth an inordinate amount of Denny's, enough to make the owner jump for joy. However, as I'm sure you know, Outer Ring Hollows are quite unstable. Not long after, the area was deemed to be at high risk for hollow disasters. Fearing potential safety concerns, PubSec ordered them to stop work. Naturally, the owner awakened from his fantasy of making a fortune and didn't want to let go of his cash cow. After asking around, he decided to ask for help from a certain powerful individual. Yes, that honored guest upstairs. It's not difficult to find out that honored guest's preferences. What he cares about most is his dear daughter and the flowers he keeps at home. Nineveh.
It's not your style to help someone who would ignore hollow disaster risks and safety concerns for profit like that.
Now, don't put it that way. I just simply can't bear to watch a dear friend fail to complete his client's request. That's all. Look at the time. The situation upstairs should have settled by now.
Is that so? You seem to know a lot.
Lycon, what are you doing here? How's the situation with the banquet and Nineveh?
My client's wishes were dashed the moment he gifted Nineveh to the honored guest.
Oh?
He was impatient to make an impression and rushed to find out what that honored guest liked, but failed to ascertain the meaning behind the flower. He wanted to curry favor with his gift, but knew nothing of the person he was attempting to please. That gentleman did not favor Nineveh for its rarity or beauty, but instead because his friend sacrificed their life for him, allowing him to escape Hollow Zero. And the area he escaped to just so happened to have Nineveh growing there.
Nostalgia from a big shot like that is just like a performance. However, if they've been led onto the stage by another unwillingly, of course he'd be unhappy.
Hugo.
All right. Continue your heroic narrative about some great and powerful figure.
That gentleman favors Nineveh as he doesn't wish to forget his friend's sacrifice. Also to remind himself to continue fighting the Hollow disasters and protect more people. As such, someone using this flower to ingratiate himself and convince him to ignore the pressing dangers and sweep it all under the rug never had a sliver of a chance.
I see. So that honored guest is Lilac's father? She mentioned Nineveh and her father's friend before.
Wow. A story that comes full circle. Amazing. Too bad it was so cliché. You added so many exaggerations, it was hardly even close to an unbiased, objective retelling.
You...
Oh, did I ruin your perfect performance? So sorry. However, if you could be so kind as to pull yourself together from that sob story and remember the plans we made today, perhaps you'll realize we have somewhere to be. Say, right about now.
Oh, right. My apologies, Master Proxy. Hugo and I will be taking our leave now. My colleagues from Victoria Housekeeping will take good care of you.
Lord Phaethon, did Lycon and Hugo leave already? No one took this pot of flowers. I was going to give it to them.
They just left. If it's important, you could probably still catch up to them.
No, I think I'm good. Right. You said before that flowers can be used to express things unsaid. Even the same flower can express different voices, right? The Nineveh that gentleman keeps at home tells of his comrade's sacrifice and protection. However, this one for the banquet is just a welcome from the organizers, trying to butter someone else up. So, even if these are his favorite flowers, he doesn't want them. I understand. But who should have these flowers now?
How about me? I've been a floral designer for a while now. It's about time I get my brother something.
You are going to keep these flowers, Lord Phaethon? Then, when you see it, you'll be reminded of me.
Good evening. Which part do you want to modify this time? Have a good one, and please, come again.
It is pretty heavy.
These flowers are pretty inconvenient to carry around, so I thought I'd bring it back home first.
It seems kind of familiar, but I don't think I've seen it at the flower shop before. Looks like some sort of particularly rare flower.
That's right, it's super rare. Miss Orchidea and Lycon both searched high and low for several days and still couldn't find one. Hugo just so happened to find it and gave it to me. And now it's completed its duty. So, here, I'm gifting it to you.
Really? I've heard of the language of flowers before. There's a meaning behind each one, right? You were out for so long, but only came back with this single pot of flowers. Is there a special meaning to it?
Maybe that's what other people would do, but that's not why I did it. Guess again, Wise.
Then maybe your reasoning is less complicated. Like, it's the most beautiful flower you've ever seen?
Nuh-uh, that's not it either.
So, if it's not the most beautiful, and it's not to convey a special meaning, then why did you choose it?
Because it's the most valuable.
It's worth that much? Then, let's keep it safe in my room.
I hope you can find the flower that represents your feelings. A combination of simplicity and modernity, with no extra lines. It is both intention and courage. Transcendent beauty is often dangerous and alluring. one cannot help but sigh at separation, just as one cannot cease longing. Happiness is like the fluttering shadow of a butterfly moving toward you. Next time you visit, you might encounter the bouquet that opens up your heart.
Good evening. Which part do you want to modify this time? Have a good one, and please, come again.